Hi, I'm Maggie, and I'm here today to discuss a book with you and one of the recipes that's in it. The book is called The Healing Power of Essential Oils, and it's written by Dr. Eric Zielinski and his wife, Dr. Mama Z, that we call them Dr. Z and Dr. Mama Z, have recipes in this book for different ailments. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I can't specifically go into ailments, but him being a doctor, he can, because he has medical background to back this up. Also, Dr. Z does not deal in essential oils. So the government says, as long as you're not selling them, you can say things that, you need to say about them that, well, obviously they should be true, right? But me, because I'm not a doctor, I can't say those things. Plus rules from different countries. I'm from Canada, a lot of you are from the US. Rules are different, okay? So what I'm going to do is talk about this book and this recipe in my legal terms. What's legal for me to say in Canada. I will give you the title of the recipe as Dr. Z has titled it, and the page number you can find it on. So, first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about carrier oils. Carrier oils are the things that we mix our essential oils in. They're things like olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil. I think you get the idea. Dr. Z's wife, Mama Z, has a specific recipe that she uses as a carrier oil. And each ingredient has its own specific uses, and she uses those for a particular reason. I'm not going to go into all that. Read the book, okay? And by the way, I have no affiliation with Dr. Z. I don't get any money out of this book. I use this book and I'm trying to help you from something in the book, okay? So Mama Z's oil base, I'm not going to give you the total ingredients. I will give you the name of the ingredient, but I won't tell you how much to use. I think that's kind of a patented blend, so I think you should buy the book, okay? But she uses melted coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. So I have already mixed up a batch of her recipe. And mind you, if you do the full recipe, you're going to have a lot of it. It'll do you for quite some time. If you don't want to make your own, that's fine. Just use your favorite carrier oil, olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil. You get the drift. Okay, so I have already measured out the amount of this blend of her carrier oil that I want to use for this recipe. I have, this is a plastic bottle, but it's BPA free. You must use something BPA free or glass, okay? You don't even want to use stainless steel. You want to use glass or a lotion dispenser jar that is BPA free. So, the first thing I'm going to do, this is going to take a couple minutes because there's a lot of oils that go into this. It is called Dr. Z's Extra Strength Muscle Soothing Body Oil. So, and what he says is, note that this is a strong 5% dilution recipe. If you experience any sort of irritation, add more carrier oil for a dilution suited to your skin type. Okay, and another thing I wanted to mention about essential oils. This blend may work for you just fine. this blend might not. It all depends on the individual. Just like getting a medication from the doctor, you quite often you'll find that something the doctor gives you doesn't work, and then you have to go back to the doctor and get something different. So it is with essential oils. Every body is different. Everybody reacts differently to different things. So I'm going to show you how to make this recipe. I use it, it works for me, and that's why I'm sharing it. I wouldn't share it if I wasn't using it or didn't know someone who was reaping good benefits from it. So the first thing we're going to put in is frankincense. I don't know if you can see that, but it's frankincense, essential oil. And the recipe calls for a 5 ounce container, no, 6 ounce, sorry, 6 ounce container. This may be just a little bit bigger, I can't remember how big it is. But anyway, it calls for 50 drops of frankincense oil. Now remember, this is a strong dilution, okay? So bear with me while I count out the drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. If an extra drop falls in, not to worry. You're not going to throw it out. It's going to be just fine. So I'm going to put the frankincense aside. I don't want to put it in twice. Okay, and the next thing we want is peppermint oil. I hope you can read that. And it also calls for 50 drops. Just make sure you have enough in your bottle. And I'm not sure that I do. Don't know that I have another bottle. I'll put what I can in here, and then I'll look for another bottle later and add the rest. Come on. 1, 2, it's being slow this morning. 3, 4. I've been using this in my diffuser. There is some in the bottom, but it's not coming through. Just hang on 1 second. I'm going to check something to see if I have more. And I do. I have a fresh bottle of peppermint essential oil. So I put 2 drops in there already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 47, 48, 49, 50. I always make sure to count audibly to myself, because if I don't do that, it doesn't seem to register, and if my mind wanders, I'll forget how many I put in. So I always count audibly. I learned that when I was knitting, because I would be knitting a lace shawl. and somebody would talk to me. It's like, oh my goodness, I don't know where I am. I have to start counting from the beginning of the row. Now that is a lot of counting because you can have 200 to 400 stitches on a needle. So not going there, okay? And yes, if you're a knitter, I do use stitch markers. Okay, so we put in the peppermint oil and the frankincense oil. The next thing is lavender oil. And I'm going to put in 20 drops of lavender oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I love the smell of lavender oil. Do you love lavender oil as much as I do? Oh, I use it in my laundry. I do. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to get my wintergreen. I am so disorganized this morning. Hang on 1 second while I get my wintergreen. I thought I had everything out here. Obviously not. And that's not the right one. What is the right container? Oh, here it is. I have a lot of containers that I put my essential oils in. This is one of them. It's got a flip lid. It has the oil separated in there. The bag itself is padded because I travel a lot and I take them with me everywhere I go. So wintergreen, we're going to put in 10 drops. And there is the wintergreen. Hopefully you can read that. 10 drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And I had my oh, there it is. And we are going to put in 20 drops of marjoram. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Now that's all the essential oils that we need for this extra strength muscle soothing body oil. And then I take my 5 ounces of Mama Z's base oil and I pour it into this lotion dispensing jar. Well, I guess it's a bottle really, but very carefully put it in. And if you've measured out too much of it for your container, you have to make sure that there's room at the top for your dispenser to go inside the bottle without spilling out all your really wonderful oils. So this has me, I don't know, about 2/3 full or half full. That's okay. I can always make more later on. I just screw the lid on. Make sure it's on securely because you don't want it to leak. And then you'll have to release the pump top. I'm not going to do that because I will be traveling shortly and I already have a bottle that's open. The only other thing you need to do is put a label on it because trust me, you are gonna forget what that is. after a few months, especially if you haven't used it for a little while. Now, I have a couple hacks here. If you're not into doing a DIY, you don't want to buy the products because you'll have too much stuff on hand. You don't want to buy the containers. You don't have time. You don't trust yourself to do it right. I got you covered. I got you covered. So we have a few things here. We have Pan-Away, which if you put an I after the A in the pan, you will understand what it's for. It works wonderfully. I love it. What I use depends on what I'm feeling, okay? Like I said, one thing doesn't work for something, another thing will, okay? So I use this. My husband swears by Deep Relief, and I tell you, it is one of the best blends that we have that I love personally for muscle soothing. Oh, and it's so good for the sinuses. Yeah, I love this stuff. He puts it on and I sit beside him and go, oh, that's so good. Anyway, those are two things. The Pan-Away comes in the starter kit, the premium starter kit. Next we have Cool Azul Sports Gel. Man, oh man, this stuff works really well. I'll just list a couple of the ingredients because there's a long list of essential oils in it. There is aloe in it. There is olive oil and glycerin. There's peppermint, which is so good for your aches and pains. Wintergreen, menthol, sage oil, copaiba, arnica. Everybody who's into herbs will know about arnica. Totally respected in the herbal world for pain relief. And mind you, I used it a lot before I found my essential oils. So I'm glad it's in this. It really works well. There's just so many different oils in this, and they all help to relieve achy muscles, tired muscles. After the gym, you get my drift, okay? And then, new to the Canadian market, I don't know that it's actually hit the shelves yet in Young Living for Canada, but it is in our new catalog for 2019, is the Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream. So this gel, okay, before I forget, you must shake it up first. Just shake, 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 shake before you take it out. Otherwise, you'll have it all over the place. It is quite runny as it is, but it works wonders. The Pain Relief Cream is a cream, so you don't have to shake it or anything. It has methyl salicylate and menthol, plus other essential oils that I don't really see listed on this container, but it is available on the website. So that's all I have for pain relieving or muscle soothing things that I use or that my husband uses. We both use basically. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you make the recipe, and please, get the book. You will not regret it. It's one of the best books I own on essential oils. And it's how many pages is in it? Well, I won't include the index at the back or the resources, you know, from where he got all the information. But 276 good pages of information, and then resources at the back, acknowledgments, that kind of thing. Get the book. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from Dr. Zielinski. It's well worth the time and the trouble. I'll talk to you later.